Show's gonna last 3 weeks!
6 seasons and a movie!
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listeners and viewers' discretion is advised. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. This is Eli, aka Indian Jones. And am I going to be joined by my co-host? I don't know.
Oh, my fault. I planned it and I fucked it up. I had exactly how I planned. I wanted to fucked it up. It's okay. This is Leroy, aka 5150. We'll go from there. There was a shout out to my boss. He made it seem like just because it's October and it's horror month, I'm gonna take the month off. No, I didn't say I was gonna take the month off. I said I was gonna let Eli, get whatever he want to get out. But I'm here. So yeah. Plus we got too much other stuff to talk about. Let's see what else we got here. Facebook user Eli. There you go.
Hey,
Jakey Poo. What's going on? I'm gonna look at the notes because I'm pretty sure that is Jake that popped up in there. All right. So Eli, before we get into it, we're gonna talk about your weekend.
I had a week.
Don't. Matter of fact, don't tell us. Show us. Like Terminator 2.
Like this? Yeah. I just moved. Well, yeah. I've actually been here for almost 2 weeks now. I mean, I did the last pod from this place.
Oh, no, not that. I meant what you just showed me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
your battle scars, your war wounds.
Some drunk guy passed out on the front of my house last night, and I tried to help him. I went out there to try to help him and shit. And
help him with these hands.
Well, I was like, dude, you all right? Hey, he's passed out. I was like, you all right? You gonna get you a ride? Where'd you come from? Where you going? I'll call you an Uber. And at first he was cool. He was like high-fiving me and fist bumping me and shit. I'm like, dude, where'd you come from? Where do you live? And then he tried to walk into my house, like, oh, dude, you don't live here. And then he got you better get the fuck out of my face. And I'm like,
he want to do that. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Because I used to work security at a club, at a bar, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I haven't done it. I'm out of shape. I'm out of bouncer shape.
But he's bringing it out of you. That's the thing.
And I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, dude, just chill. I'm not trying to I'm trying to get you home safe, dude. I'm not trying to get into no shit. I'm just trying to help you out, But he got in my face, so I had to toss him out. I had to wrestle him down and put him down on the. I was holding him down, restraining him and shit, and that's when he started digging his nails into me and scratching me like a fucking bitch. And then then he started pulling my hair. That's when I was like, okay, you got to leave. And then I tossed him down the steps. So.
Did you call the police or anything like that?
I did. After that, because he's like, I had my kid. Yeah, I had my daughter inside, special needs. I was like, okay, I can't be dancing with this motherfucker all night. I got a kid in here. And so I did. I called the cops. They came. They were like, yo, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to arrest him? And I'm like, no, man, I just want him out of here. I'm trying to look out for the guy,
Mm-hmm.
It was all white. It was all white cops too, and us two darkies. Just like, dude, I'm trying to look out for you. And he's talking shit to the cops. I was like, man, don't get shot in the front of my house, man. Come on.
Right.
Just go, man. So he did. He got to step in. I was like, and the cops were like, do you want to do a report? I'm like, no, man, I don't want to fill out no report. No. I just want him out, man. I was like I said, the security bouncer instincts kicked in. I was like, no, man, just get him out. Off my property, off the property, not my problem no more. Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. Just glad everybody's safe. But don't you hate it when they try to bring the OU back? That's the thing.
Oh yeah. And I was out of breath. I was like, oh, damn. And he was tall and skinny and lanky and shit. I was like, damn, man. I still got him down. I was like holding
But you
him
still
down.
got him down. That's the thing.
I was like holding him down, like, dude, chill. Like, and he's like, get the fuck off me. I was like, no, man, chill. And then he started scratching me and shit. I'm like, oh Christ. People think I got
that's
like,
I bet he ran up. I bet he ran up on you like, damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. So I had to get him out. Then I went back in, closed the door, and I heard him outside screaming. And then he was still out there with no shoes on. Like he was like he literally thought he lived here.
Wow.
The cops checked his ID. He's like, no, this ain't your house, man. You live like 10 blocks that way.
that opioid that I messed it up, but yeah, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I had to, welcome to the new neighborhood. not much different than my last one, but still.
Oh man. All right. So, like I said, we did that. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Like I said, it's a bunch of stuff that happened this week. It was the last week of technically we're dealing with the last stuff of September because October just really started, but we're kind of easing our way into the month of October, horror month. First things first, want to pay our respects. Want to talk about rest in peace, Coolio. Now a lot of times when rappers die, we talk about rappers on here. A lot of people don't know these rappers on here. Like, I've never heard of this guy, never heard of this guy. Everybody knows Coolio. I guarantee you, everybody knows Coolio.
Yes.
He's one of those crossover rappers.
Yeah, Coolio is everybody's favorite rapper who don't like rap.
Right. because he crossed over. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So he did a lot of things. So because he wasn't just a rapper, like I said, he was an actor also. You saw his face, everything. He had that distinctive look, So of course he popped out, had a bunch of songs. Of course, his biggest song he ever did, everybody knows it. It was Gangsta's Paradise. For those who don't know, it was actually a sample of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise. Same hook, same lyrics. He just sampled stuff like that, made it, put it out there. Boom, that's it. It was from what was the name of the movie? Nobody remembers the name of the movie.
I was going to say Dangerous Ground, not Dangerous Ground.
Was it Dangerous Ground? No, that was Steven Seagal. Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds. Yeah.
Dangerous Minds. That's it. Nobody even remembers the name of the movie. You know why nobody remembers the name of the movie? Because of the video. Michelle Pfeiffer was in the video, and the song was pretty much the movie. So it's like, well, damn, if I watch the video, what do I need to see the movie for? Plus, it got Michelle Pfeiffer in it. I'm good.
And the song did get played out.
The song did get played out. I just checked it on Spotify. It's at 1 billion views. 1 billion hits on Spotify.
Yeah, and I got, like I said, it's played out. But just to pay my respects, I listened to it the other night. Like when you showed me, I threw it on, and I gotta say, it's good. It's a good song.
Okay, now let's be real. Let's keep it real. Like I said, we the comic bullets. We don't sugarcoat anything around here. Let's be honest. Coolio was a radio rapper. So, like I said, when I was in school, we was riding around, listen to it. And I never heard anybody say, "Hey, put that Coolio in the tape deck. Put that Coolio in the CD." That's
you didn't have to, because it would come on the radio.
Because it was always on the radio, right? That's why I call him a radio rapper. But that's okay, because I did sit down and just listen to a whole bunch of Coolio songs. And I realized something like, damn, Coolio was kind of for a rapper. He was a positive rapper. He was kind of, uplifting. Like one of his songs, "Fantastic Voyage," wasn't about shooting and killing. He was like, "Hey, leave that stuff behind. We're gonna go party. We're gonna go ride. Yeah. No Bloods, no Crips. We just partying and having a good time." Yeah. He was positive party rapper. So it makes sense why he blew up as big as he did. Let's see. He was like Tupac. Kind of like Tupac. You do hear some Tupac in a minute. Like I said, he was another West Coast Compton rapper. So, you're going to hear that style from there. But we're going to go a little bit deeper. Because Coolio, like I said, he was an actor also. He's one of the few actors that crossed over in both DC and Marvel. Now I'm going to play. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you better bust this out, man.
Okay. So, first movie he was in on the DC side, I will let you guess. I know you're not going to guess it, but it was Batman and Robin.
Oh, was he in Meteor Man too? We keep talking about
you keep talking about Meteor Man. Not me. I have no idea if he was in Meteor Man, and I barely remember the movie, but he was in Batman and Robin. He was the guy that was running the illegal street racing that Batgirl was involved in. So that was him.
Okay. So I barely remember that movie.
Oh damn. Okay, so
I totally forgot about.
I'll watch Meteor Man again if you watch Batman and Robin again. How about that?
All right.
Okay. Even though technically some people do confuse Meteor Man with the Marvel movie because Marvel did produce the comics at the time, but it's not a Marvel movie, you know. But that's neither here nor there. The Marvel movie he was in, before I get there, hold on, because this is a big one. Let's see. Nobody remembers that. Everybody remembers that movie. You remember that movie. You know it. You've seen it. You probably saw it recently. And the other movie that he was in, like I said, it was a Marvel movie, Daredevil, the Ben Affleck one.
Damn, I don't remember that movie.
Okay, here's the thing, Eli. Now I know what you're thinking. Leroy, but I've seen this movie 100,000 times, and I don't remember Coolio in this movie. Now that's the thing. Okay, so Coolio wasn't in the theatrical version. He was in the extended R-rated DVD cut.
Oh, damn.
It's deep. Yeah. He had a whole storyline where Kingpin was framing him for murder. And Daredevil, since he had his super hearing senses and shit like that, was trying to get him off murder. It was a whole plot. They cut the plot in the theatrical version, but if you get the DVD version or the Blu-ray version, Coolio's in there. It's a whole plot. He's in there. So, yeah, like I said, way more Coolio than I expected to go with. But yeah, rest in peace, Coolio, and we'll go from there. But yeah,
good journey, sir.
Okay, now Eli, you were up for this because this is like, I guess, breaking news.
Yeah,
it may not be breaking news by the time people heard this, but for us, it's breaking news.
Yeah,
so,
this just in. This is like 10 minutes before we started recording. I just found out about this. Sacheen Littlefeather, native actress turned activist, passed away just today. So it just broke. It just broke like within the hour. She was most famously known for the Marlon Brando speech, when he won the Oscar for The Godfather. In protest, he refused the Oscar and sent Sacheen Littlefeather on stage at the Oscars to reject the award and explain that Marlon Brando was protesting the Oscars because of the treatment of Native Americans in film. And at the time, the siege at Wounded Knee was going on at the time. She was met with some applause, but she was also met with some boos. People were, mocking her, and most famously, John Wayne reportedly tried to attack her and had to be restrained.
Everybody's hero. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. But she was an actress. She started out as an actress. She was in one of the Billy Jack movies. She was in Johnny Firecloud, which was like another a native exploitation flick. She's been in a few movies, but after that Oscar incident, she pretty much got blacklisted after that.
It doesn't take much. You piss off Hollywood, that's it. Yeah.
And then she became like an activist. She got into native activism and worked with all kinds of organizations.
For those that don't know what she looks like, but yeah.
Yeah. Dealt with a lot and anything dealing with native issues, whether it be health, substance abuse, mental health, conservationism, environmentalism. She kind of ran the gamut, just raising awareness on native issues and rights.
I don't know if you heard about this, but the Oscars apologized to her.
Yeah, just recently.
Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they issued finally a public apology for that incident back in 73 or 2 or whatever it was.
Right, they just did it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and she also became an advocate for native actors, indigenous actors, and performing arts. How old is she? She was like 70. She was in her 70s.
75.
Yeah, passed away of cancer. So cancer's a bitch. But again, she's well known in the native community. I'm sure this hits hard for, Indian country. Like I said, I just found out about this. So I said, we better talk about this. We better at least give her a tribute. So again, good journey, Auntie. Yeah. So rest in peace, Sacheen.
All right, let's talk about Meteor Man again. Meteor Man was legit. That movie sucked. I'm sorry. That movie was fucking terrible.
Another bad creation. Hold on, something else.
No, another bad creation was a good group. That was my speed. I mean, they had some hits back then.
I guess that was your age. My age is showing.
Yeah, that was my age.
You were probably their age when they came out.
Aisha, yeah, that song right there. I knew all these songs were like that.
Was
another
that,
bad creation? They created that blonde hair for black people craze back in the 90s. So if anybody know Dennis Rodman, Simon Phoenix from Dylan, another bad creation. ABC, They did it. They started it. That's where
Were
it
they
came
the
from.
ones who did At the Playground?
Was they? There was so many groups back then. I can't remember. It may have been them.
Playground. You know,
It may have been them. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So let's see. We're gonna keep the train going. We're gonna keep the party going. Eli, you saw a movie. You
I
say,
did.
hold up.
I-
Jake got another one
I
coming in.
did. I
Oh, that's
think I
not
did.
Jake. Who is this?
Yes, they were. Heisenberg. What up, Heisenberg?
Heisenberg. Yes, they were. We need more groups now. Groups are dead. Groups are dead. The reason groups are dead because if you get big enough, it means you got to split the money 3 ways or 4 ways or 5 ways, whatever like that. Nobody wants to split that money. So there you go.
Yeah.
Just give it to the person you think is going to break out. Give it to the Beyonce. Give it to the Diana Ross, and just be done with it. So yeah.
And none of them are going to be writing anything, anyways.
Right. They're just going to have a team of ghostwriters. Anyway. Give it to the Justin Timberlake. You know, nobody can remember the other people from NSYNC. So, oh, you saw a movie. Eli, you saw a movie. Okay, here we go.
Which one? Which one did I see? Are we talking about the Munsters?
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise you to see what you saw. Oh, damn, not that. Oh, hell no, not that movie. Oh, I fucked up. No, I fucked up bad. What did I just do? Oh, bad.
Yeah, we're off the rail. Okay, the Munsters, Netflix. Oh, yeah, I saw the Munsters. Wait a second. What is it? The East Side Connection, Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys to Men.
Yes. Okay. East Side Connection, Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast Family. Yeah, I remember that song. Motown Philly. Yeah, they were all on Motown Philly. Or was it another song I was thinking about? Yeah, Belle Biv DeVoe, BBD. Yeah, that was pretty much all of them.
Poison.
And they all came from New Edition. All of them. You know. Never trust a big button to smile. I remember that. That is the most important point of that song. But yeah.
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Rub it down. Oh no. You are now listening to a Belle Biv DeVoe podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot all about that shit too.
Oh man.
So yeah, I watched the Munsters, and yeah, it wasn't good. Rob Zombie. So how deep do I want to go? I have like this thing with Rob Zombie where like I want him. I know he's a horror fan, and I want him to succeed. I want him to do something cool. I think he's got one masterpiece in him, and I've yet to see it. Because
you believe in him, okay?
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
everybody has that. They put stock into that one
Yeah.
entertainer. They want them to, it's just one hit away.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. The only Rob Zombie movie I liked was The Devil's Rejects. I thought that was cool, but then he had to ruin it with the third one, which was a pile of shit. Yeah, no,
They made a third one.
Yeah, they made a third one and it sucked. No, Rob Zombie does all kinds of wrong. It's like, particularly not knowing how to write a properly paced story. I think that's the thing. Okay,
So he's like horror Zack Snyder.
Basically.
Okay.
He makes an awesome image. He's a great visual artist. I will give him that. Rob Zombie has a great eye for visuals. This movie looked awesome.
Let me ask you this. Does he have a music video background? Like, has he ever done music video?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's Hype Williams. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So this movie looked awesome. The sets were awesome. The costumes were great. The colors, the everything. It looked awesome. It was just so fucking boring. It was so bland and like monotone and dry and flat and like just was not funny. I hear people say, "Oh, it's a kids movie." I'm like, kids ain't gonna like this shit. Kids watching TikTok ain't gonna like get any of this. Like,
Right.
the editing was so just bland. Like it needed there was like flashes of like, okay, we need more of that, like these weird dissolves and stuff like that. But it just needed more energy. It just lacked. That's what it lacked energy. It lacked like pizzazz. It was just so monotone and dry. And I was just like starting to doze off towards, in the middle of it. I was like, damn.
Do you think he was playing it too safe for this movie?
I don't know. But yeah, like the camera, it was like, okay, I get it. It's a 1960s sitcom. but you can update it. I mean, it just needed some updated, and that's the thing.
I mean, that's what they did with the Addams Family. Like they
Yeah.
updated that.
Yeah, it was all whiz bang popping and shit. You know those Addams Family movies, all the zany camera angles. This is like, let's do a stationary one angle, shot, like a sitcom drama, and just like stage all the action. And they're saying all these puns, outdated jokes. And I said, okay, I get that's supposed to be funny, but I'm not laughing. And it was just, yeah, I don't know, man. He needed an editor. He needed someone to edit or someone to help him pace the story. And that's my thing with all of Rob Zombie's movies is they all look awesome, but they're just paced really badly. He just needs someone to help him write. That's all. Because I think if he has someone helping him edit his script and keep it paced great, you know what I mean? Give it a good pace. I think he can make a really dope movie. I just haven't seen one from him yet. And this one was like,
I mean, I doubt it will happen because, like I said, a lot of times when these directors get to a certain level, they just surround themselves with yes men. So they're not going to tell them maybe you need this, maybe you need that.
Yeah, and I can tell he's a fan. That's the thing. You can see on the screen with all those movies that he's a fan of horror. And you can see that he's a fan of the Munsters. I mean, he had a song called Dragula. So you can tell that he loves what he's doing. I think he just needs, he needs some people just to, hey, dude, what about this? What about that? Get in there and help him edit it down. Edit the script, edit the movie, give the movie more energy and more life, more pop, because this was just so monotone and bland, and people are saying, oh, the actors were fine. Actors, I mean, it's camp. I get it's supposed to be campy, and the actors did fine for what it was, especially the guy who played Grandpa.
Are these people like he usually used in his movies?
Well, of course, he's got his wife playing Lily. But yeah, I think the actors were fine. It was just surrounded by very long, drawn out takes and bad jokes that weren't funny, and just a very long, slow movie that didn't hold my attention, much less a child's attention in this day and age.
Yes,
yeah, can't watch his movies for a story. In my opinion,
good at the moment. So stories are always out there.
Yeah, he kind of just like shoves, all kinds of. He wants to be shocking, and that's what he puts very loud. Like most of his movies are very loud and people screaming a lot and abrasive, just for shocking. But yeah, the story just lacks. Like with all his movies, Lords of Salem. Wow, this is got a lot of cool imagery, but I don't give a fuck what's going on. And like I said, The Devil's Rejects was probably the only one that I really liked. And the only reason why I liked it so much is because those motherfuckers died at the end. But then he brought him back to life in the third movie. I'm like, well, you fucked up your only good movie by that.
What were they, zombies or like a prequel or something?
No, they just survived. They just, yeah, like his Halloween movie. Holy shit. His Halloween, like the first 10 seconds of Halloween. You motherfucker, fuck you, fuck me, no, fuck you, I'll fucking the fucker. It's just like the family's just screaming, and it's just like, just loud and annoying. That's what his Halloween was. It was like annoying. Like, damn, shut up. Like, So yeah, I he just, like I said, it looked awesome. Sets were awesome. The actors were fine. It just needed to be tightened. Tighten up the script, tighten up the editing, and just give it more energy, more pizzazz. It needed that pizzazz. And that's the thing. He did an album back in the 90s. He had a record label, and he put out a compilation of a bunch of surf rock and psychobilly bands. And it was called Halloween Hootenanny. A bunch of surf rock doing songs about horror movies. And it's awesome. And that's what this needed. It needed something like that. It needed like a surf rock soundtrack or something with a lot of like, quirky cuts and just energy. And it but it didn't have any of that. It is like very long takes, very dry, jokes, that didn't land, and just kind of boring. It was basically boring. I was bored.
Okay, the play Sabretooth was great in that role. Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo was in that movie?
Yeah, Danny Trejo was in that. I mean, yeah, the actors are fine. He likes to get actors from old movies. Old, actors from horror movies pop up in his movies. Like he gets actors from his favorite movies to be in his movies. Like I said, he's a fan. You can tell he's a fan, and he's referencing all his favorite shit. It's just,
I mean, every director does it, if they have the power to do it. So yeah.
He just wants he just needs someone to help him write, But I think he wants to be that author, written and directed by Rob Zombie. I was like, no, dude, just direct, dude. Just direct. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he just had someone in there, like just tighten up the screws, it could have been really cool.
Right versus Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Like I said, Quentin Tarantino. Hell, George Lucas was doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason he got Christopher Lee in Empire 2. So because like I said, Count Dooku, Count Dracula, the guy played Dracula back in the day. So yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
War Kate. Yeah.
Yeah. So not a fan of the Munster.
Damn. Okay.
So he missed it. He missed another one, but I'm still holding out for him. Like I want every time he does a movie, I was like, okay, is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be the one? So
okay. Well, that's okay.
He hasn't done it yet.
We're 0 for 1, but that's okay because next week we got another one. We got another horror movie coming up that we're gonna review.
Yeah, there's a bunch all month.
It's a bunch all month. So we're just gonna be reviewing horror movies all month. But next week, Werewolf by Night.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking. I forgot. I was thinking, well, we got Chucky, we got Halloween, we got Hellraiser.
Right, you think about the real movies. I know. I'm thinking about the one that I have on my subscription. I'm paying for.
Like
so
Disney. Yeah,
right. When you think horror, think Disney. Right. Let's see. We're covering box office this week. No, I'm gonna tell you why we not. Because this September, the month of September, was the lowest box office in the last 27 years, not counting 2020, the pandemic era. It was even worse than last year. So there's really no reason to cover it.
And I haven't seen shit lately. I have not.
That's why you didn't see Smile.
I know. I haven't seen nothing because I've been moving. I haven't had a chance to do see anything. I haven't was it The Barbarian? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen I did watch Bodies though. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
That was fun.
Did you at least see the viral marketing that Smile did?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Yeah. Like when they was at the baseball game and they were just like smiling for no reason, like people just in the crowd just smiling. Yeah. Creepy as hell. But that's how you market. Yeah.
I kind of think Smile looks dumb, but that's just me. But
yeah, so
I heard Barbarian's supposed to be good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll all be on streaming sooner or later. So yeah, we'll go from there.
I'll get to it. I just haven't had a chance to go anywhere. Like, it's all this moving shit. I still haven't unpacked.
I understand. I mean, you busy, man. You're unpacking. You're fighting motherfuckers. I mean, you got to do something. You got to make time out of your busy schedule. All right. So let's move on. What are we going to next? Let's do this one. Something we both can jump in on.
All right.
If I can find it. I'm gonna just talk about it. Let's talk about Community.
Oh,
let's talk about Community. Did I put that on the list? I don't think I put that on the list.
I saw pictures of it, or you put the images up.
I put the images up, but I didn't do anything. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Community. Now we're gonna talk about Community. The reason we're talking about Community because if you listen to this podcast long enough and just know anything about us, then you will know that both of us have said that Community was our favorite sitcom of the last decade. Like we love it. As a matter of fact, most of our humor that you can tell comes from that show Community. So if you don't watch Community, half the shit we say on this podcast, you probably won't even understand, which explains a lot for people that don't know what the fuck we talk about on this podcast at the time. Community's back. Yes, 6 seasons and a movie. Now, the reason I want to talk about that is because 6 seasons and a movie is a Mandela effect. Let me explain. Okay. People don't know. Community is back. Abed and Troy in the morning. Troy and Abed in the morning.
Yeah,
it's back. Some stuff where with knife. I think Marvel has a real chance here. It's gonna suck, Heisenberg. Sorry. It's about Werewolf by Night.
Oh.
Like any Disney property from now on, just temper your expectations, just bring it down, Okay. But anyway, let's go back to it. Let's talk about why I said that 6 seasons in a movie is a Mandela effect. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about it. 6 seasons in a movie. It became popular because of the show. But the thing was, 6 seasons in a movie wasn't about Community. It was about the Cape.
The Cape.
That's what
right.
everybody keep missing about. It was about the Cape. Now, I'm going to tell you why people misunderstood that meme, what it was going on. Because in that scene, when they said that, Abed showed up in a black cape. Now, people did not knowing what the cape was because nobody watched that fucking show but me. They just assumed he was just cosplaying as Batman. Didn't think about it. So he had
You
a
actually
big cape.
watched the Cape?
I watched every single episode. Are you shocked? Are you really shocked that I watched every episode of the Cape?
Wait a second. Now, wait a second. Wait a second now. Was the Cape based on an existing comic book?
It was not. It was not.
Okay.
It was not based on an existing comic. I knew. Well, it was Dark Horse. No, it was not based on the comic at all. It was just a show.
And you still watched it?
And I still watched it. I was like, fuck it, I'm in it now. I just watch it. I know this show is not going to last. It's probably going to last
I
two
will
episodes.
admit, I watched the very first episode.
I watched all of it. I don't know why. I just did. It was a terrible show. But anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So, but that the whole point was that when they were doing the bit on the show, since nobody watched the Cape, nobody understood the joke. So Abed wore a cape and he was using his cape to to grab Joel's food, because that's what they did on the show, on the Cape show. He used his cape to grab shit and
to like Spider-Man shit, like web it.
Kind of, yeah. Either he had superpowers or he trained to do it. They never really explained it. The show got canceled before they explained it. I don't really care. And that's when he said the show won't last a week, and that's when Abby ran off 6 seasons in the movie, because they were talking about 6 seasons in the movie with Cape. The Cape was supposed to last 6 seasons in the movie. Of course, it didn't. Everybody forgot the show existed. So that's the thing. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's all what's going on with that. Now, that being said, Community is back. They did have 6 seasons. The last season was on Yahoo. Last season was on Yahoo. And it barely made it was like 13 episodes. And so now this movie is going to be on Peacock. Now everybody hasn't signed on yet. Who hasn't signed on? Yvette Nicole Brown, Shirley, and Donald Glover.
Yeah, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Did you
all
hear
the black
about,
people.
Did you hear about Gillian Anderson?
Right. But it's Jillian Jacobs.
Yeah. So
right.
Joe McHale, in tweeting about this news, he tagged all the actors. And he meant to tag Jillian Jacobs, who played Britta. And he accidentally tagged Gillian Anderson, who played Scully on the X-Files.
On the X-Files, right.
But Gillian Anderson, Scully actually said, well, shit, I'll make a cameo if you want.
She might show up. The show is crazy enough to do that shit,
Yeah.
you know. No. Oh, right. Okay, let's talk about Chevy Chase for a second. Chevy Chase is not coming back. For one thing, they killed him off on the show anyway. Second thing, he got fired because he was an asshole.
Yeah. There was like
plus he was saying like racist shit to Donald Glover on the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
so
that's the Community had a very like turbulent production. It was always threatened to be canceled.
Mm-hmm.
It's a miracle that it lasted as long as it did. And actually they fired Dan Harmon.
Like in season 3, because the episode like it dipped a little bit.
Yeah. And they fired him, the show creator.
But they did bring him back.
And they ended up bringing him back. And then it did get canceled. And then it got picked up for not Hulu. Who picked it up?
Yahoo.
Yahoo. So Yahoo started a streaming service for the sole purpose of getting Community.
And you had to have a Yahoo account, and like it was complicated. I just watched it on Hulu. Yeah, I ain't had time for all this shit. Like years later, after it got canceled, stuff like that. So yeah,
I actually got the Yahoo account and watched it.
Did you? Those shows actually were pretty good. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, that's 6
It's actually one of the, like, if you rated the seasons, it's one of the better seasons.
It is. Yeah, that's a good season.
Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, okay, it was pretty good, but yeah. But like I said, and a lot of people don't even know Donald Glover started on Community. Like, they don't even know. They just think he just popped up out of nowhere. You know, it's the craziest thing when he was on the show. Now, this, like I said, Troy and Abed in the morning, they were like the 2 tag team duo on there. It was the craziest thing because Donald Glover was on the show and he quit the show. He like, I quit because I want to be a rapper. And everybody thought he was the dumbest dude in the world for doing it. You're going to quit a steady job. You're getting a paycheck every week to be a rapper. Okay. They said, okay. Years later, okay, now he's got a Grammy. You know, he's got platinum albums, stuff like that. Like, oh shit, maybe we should have listened to him, you know. Yahoo streamer them that was a thing Yahoo did for a while and just ended, and that was it, you know. But yeah, that's the funny thing about Donald. And thing about Donald Glover, he didn't actually start on Community. He started on 30 Rock. He was a writer. He was a writer on the show on there. Basically, they just had him on there just write jokes for black people, like Tracy Morgan and another guy that was on there. So that's the only reason he was there. But will he come back? That's the thing. Will he come back to the show? Because like I said,
well,
he's big now.
Yeah. And well, he did show up like during COVID when everything was shut down. They did a table reading of one of the Community episodes.
Okay, so he did show up for that. Okay.
And he showed up for that. And I think they like donated the proceeds to some charity. It was during COVID.
Okay.
So it's on YouTube and it's actually funny. It's all
it was like a Zoom. It was like a Zoom call, wasn't it? I think. I remember that.
All the OG actors except for Pierce.
Right.
And the guy who played Mando played the one. What's his name? Walt Goggins or something. What's that guy's name?
Walter Goggins.
Yeah,
I think he was on there. Yeah.
Yeah, he played his part. The guy who played Mando. I forget what's his name. Pascal,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Atlanta's about to be done. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so Donald Glover did show up for that, and it was funny. It was funny watching them all get back together, and he showed up for that. So who knows? You know, yeah, if Atlanta's done and he ain't got an album, you know,
he's busy. He's booked and busy. He'll find something to do because it's always movies. Hell, it's Leonard is dead. That's right. Yeah. So they got to say something about that. Yeah, because he was funny on the show.
It just like be fun. The show is so crazy that it'd be funny. I'm wondering what a movie would be like.
Right. Because I mean, but even a lot of their episodes felt like mini movies. Like the chicken episode, they felt like it was like a mafia movie. You know.
Yeah, they did it was like a Goodfellas movie. It was like basically they were mocking Goodfellas and like
right.
Well, it was a very meta show. Like it made fun and poked fun of all kinds of pop culture.
Right.
Know?
So I don't know how they'll make a show out of it. I guess they'll find a way.
I mean, yeah, they got a multiverse now. I mean, a lot of those ideas ended up in Rick and Morty because Dan Harmon
did that also.
Or Dan Harmon, yeah, does Rick and Morty.
Paintball episodes. The paintball episode that got the Russo brothers the job for Marvel.
Yeah, Justin Lin.
Because the Russos were also on Community. They were showrunners. Yeah,
that's where they were directing. They directed those. One of them. They directed one of the paintball. So did Justin Lin, who did like the fast.
Justin Lin did the first paintball episode.
Yeah.
And then the Russos did the second paintball episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the Russos did the chicken episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's why so many Community actors show up in Marvel movies. Like Shirley was there. Donald Glover was there. Abed was there. It's like a shot. It's like an Easter egg. Chang was there. You know, yeah. You know he's gonna be. He's not doing anything. So yeah. What is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's on what the Masked Singer or whatever.
Is he? Yeah, I think so. So yeah. So like I said, everybody's out doing something. Jillian Jacobs, she was on Winning Time, that show about the Lakers.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was playing Pat Ryder's wife. So yeah. So everybody's working. Allison Brie, I mean, she's working all the time like that. They said she was in the running for She-Hulk, you know.
Oh yeah.
But she got beat out. Yeah. They said they were looking for.
Well, her husband has been made. She was in that shitty horror movie that her husband made. But yeah, she was in Glow, and you know, she's doing all kinds of shit. You know.
Yeah. It's funny. They said when they were looking for She-Hulk, they were looking for an Allison Brie type, but not Allison Brie. So,
yeah, Dave Franco. That's his name.
Dave Franco. Yeah.
Yeah, she's married to that guy.
Not the one that's canceled. The other one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so let's move. Right. Let's move on past that. There's some other news. There's some other big news that dropped this week also. Where is it? Because I know I saw that one. Boop, 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 boop. Not there. Yeah. Okay. This one, right? Boom. Here. Deadpool 3 is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This broke the internet when it happened. We didn't expect this to happen. Like I said, Deadpool showed it. We're like, okay, Deadpool 3, what can you do with Deadpool 3? And then all of a sudden, Hugh Jackman showed up. It was like, what? And people thinking, okay, it's not real. It must be a joke and shit like that. It's not a joke. It's real. Marvel has posted it on their website. So yes, and they got a date for it, poster for it, video for it, everything. So yeah, it's real. So it's coming out September 2024. Everybody stop saying next year. I don't know what the fuck you like. 2023 is still coming, you know. So they got 2 years to work on this thing. Hugh Jackman, they did explain what they could be doing, you know, with the like how is Wolverine even alive? You know, they kind of explained it, even though they started joking around after a while. They were like, well, Wolverine died in 2029. So this before then, plus we're in an alternate universe, so it doesn't matter anyway. So there you
He's
go.
fucking Wolverine. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, he's Wolverine. Like, don't overthink this shit, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's gonna ruin the ending, the perfect ending to Wolverine. Who gives a fuck? He's back as Wolverine. Just enjoy the shit and just go with it. Like, everything doesn't have to connect. Everything doesn't have to be tied in a knot. That the Fox shit, it died. It's over with. They want to do another movie. Let them do another movie. That's it. So
Yeah.
So
you just
that's all.
give these motherfuckers another reason to bitch.
They're gonna bitch. They're gonna complain about something because first off, now that you got Wolverine in it, now they let it flip. Oh, well, maybe we'll get some more X-Men. Maybe we'll get all the X-Men. Like, calm the fuck down. You know, it's a Deadpool movie. Don't expect Ultron and Batman and Goku and all the shit like that. It's just those two, and that's it. Just let that be the movie. You know. That being said, Eli, I do have some non-negotiables that I feel like they must do in order to get my money. And not just my money, a lot of people. First off, Deadpool 3 has to be rated R. I don't know if there's been a confirmation of it. I don't want none of this PG-13 shit, but no, R rated, just like the other Deadpool movies was, got to be on that same level. Another non-negotiable. I better get this.
Oh,
I better get the suit. I want yellow. I want the hood, the mask. I want the gloves.
yellow and blue or yellow and brown?
Either way, I'm good either way. I want the go-go boots. I want all of it. Give me all that shit. Underwear on the outside. I want all of it. Give it to me. So, third non-negotiable. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I want her. She's a talented actress. So, yeah.
I agree to those terms. Yeah.
The new building suit said to be on deck. We can't do that. We got rumors on top of rumors on top of rumors. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. So let's just wait. Those are my negotiables. Let's see non-negotiables. Let's see what happens when we go from there. But now that I think about it, now people are saying like, how will they know each other? They already know each other. Boom. It's a remake of X-Men Origin Wolverine.
He's been referencing him in the other movies.
He's been referencing the whole movie. I just want Wolverine just show up and they already know each other. Just know each other from the old days. Hey, Wade. Hey, Logan. Boom. Oh, you're a superhero? You're a superhero? Okay, cool. Let's go adventure. Or
You're
fight
X-Men
or whatever
too?
the fuck they do. Yeah. Just do it. Who gives a fuck? Don't get into all that shit. Just get to the action. Just get to it. That's all I got from that. Briefly, one other thing I got to do briefly. We're going to do one more movie review for you, Jake. We're doing this for you. We sacrifice. We're going to do, where's that thing? Yes. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has a movie out. Let's talk about this. On
based
Tubi.
on which comic book now?
Right. I got to talk about this. The reason I got to talk about it because it's a Tubi exclusive. Eli, I think we did the wrong thing. I think we did the wrong thing hyping up Tubi. We made Tubi the biggest thing in the world. Now they're making exclusive movies.
Who's
well,
we?
I did. I did. Okay. That's my bad. That's on me.
Tubi, all episodes of The Cape streaming.
If I find the Cape on Tubi, I am going to rewatch it again. I might even do a review on the Cape.
Take as long as you want.
My thing is that, look, I understand it's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. Look, they must have been filming this shit while this shit was still on live. But here's the thing. Don't watch this movie on Tubi. If you really, really, really want to watch the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, just watch the real thing. They live stream the whole thing on YouTube. Just watch that. Why are you watching a reenactment of a real thing that happened a few months ago? That's That's my thing. Don't give Tubi any money, even though it's free. Don't give them your time. How about that? Don't give Tubi your time. So yeah. And another thing, why was everybody like so rooting for people in this trial? That's what I want to know. Why were you happy regardless of who won? We won. What did you win? Why'd you care? Why are you so invested?
Okay.
You know, that's my thing. So now, and I get it. You get two people arguing stuff like that. You wanna just peek in and see what's going on. But why are you that invested in people you don't know and we'll never know? You know, that's my thing.
Did Tubi make the Weird Al movie?
No, that
like
was
Apple or something.
Roku.
Oh, was
Roku made the Weird Al movie.
Damn.
Yes.
Everybody's got a streaming service. How much is
Everybody's
that
got
now?
a streaming thing. It's a streaming war. Begun the streaming wars have. You know. Roku. And I don't even know how to get it. I don't have Roku. I got Apple TV.
I got a
device.
Roku TV.
I got a Fire Stick. I don't have Roku. Eli, burn it for me and
burn it on a
maybe
CD.
we should say that on the
Yeah, I gotta go dig out the blank CD somewhere.
right. Oh man. Okay, we can move on past that. We're skipping the video game section. I'm gonna have some good video game shit for you next week, but not this week. That being said, okay. That being said, move on to the next part of the podcast. Like I said, it's Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books. And Eli, I'm gonna let you jump into it if you haven't dipped on me, because like you're frozen right now. Oh damn, he's dipped. He's gone. Okay, he'll be back. Don't worry. Calm down, everybody. He'll be back. But until then, I guess I can start with mine. There you go. You went like.
You go.
You went like.
Yeah, I was like, you just disappeared. I'm like, who's?
I've been here.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if it's me or you, but
okay. Well, now that you're back, I'm gonna let you go first.
What's going on? Are we doing comics now?
Oh yeah. We already. You were gone so long. I skipped past the video game section. I already said what I had to say on that. So, yeah.
Okay.
It was very
man.
interesting.
Did I just like go through a wormhole?
I'm bullshitting. I skipped that shit. It is 2026. Your kids, Marty. You got to do something about your kids.
What am I doing here? I guess I'll do Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, it did come out. Okay, I read a little bit of this, but I'm gonna let you take over.
All right. So this one, so Shang-Chi has a 10 rings. He inherited them from his dad, but they were stolen, and he has to go find them. And like all the criminals are going around trying to get them. And the last issue kind of picks up where the last issue left off, where him and his old spy buddies went and infiltrated that old supervillain's lair. I forget their names.
Velcro,
yeah, and then he goes and finds where they are, and what's that guy's name? I forget his name. Anyway, the motherfuckers who stole the rings, they bring them back to their lair, and they're trying to do some sort of ritual to open their power, and they end up opening some weird worm Lovecraft monster thing that infects them. Yeah, this big giant worm comes out of the ring and jumps in.
It wasn't the Dweller of the Dark, was it?
I don't know what it is. It is something you will join me, part of me. I don't know what that is. It's just a big giant worm spore thing that jumps down dude's throat and possesses him. And Shang-Chi basically beats the shit out of him and then gets the rings and fucks him up. And then takes the rings back. He's like, no, y'all can't fucking fuck with these rings. Only I can. But the one chick, what's her name? What's her name? Leiko or whatever.
Leiko Wu.
Yeah. She's back at her apartment chilling, and it turns out she's infected with that worm still.
Oh, does he know that?
No, he does not.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it ends. So pretty cool. You know, that worm thing, I wasn't expecting that thing. I was like, holy shit, it's like some John Carpenter The Thing type of shit. H.P. Lovecraft, weird portal from another ancient god shit thing happening, you know. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So 4 out of 5.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I forgot to share the image. I had an image, but now
I was gonna ask you about that, but no.
Yeah, oh well. None for you.
Read the fucking book. How you about that?
Yeah.
All right. Next book I'm going to do is share screen. book I'm going to do is Captain America, the Sam Wilson one. I can't remember. It's got some funky name.
Captain
to it.
versus Black Panther or whatever.
Yeah,
It's that one.
black on black crime. This is what they want us to do. I know. Yeah. What is this? Symbol of truth, symbol of liberty, symbol of truth. That's what it is. Number 5. Okay. For this, been keeping up with the book. Basically, Sam Wilson has snuck into Wakanda. Because Crossbones and the White Wolf have planned to make some kind of big plan to destroy Wakanda. So he's trying to sneak in to find them, even though Wakanda has told him to stay out of Wakanda. They find him in Wakanda. Black Panther's like, okay, that's your ass. And that's where we are. So let's see what happens. So they're standing off against each other. He was just like, okay, leave Sam Wilson. He was like, nah, not till I leave what I came for. Because basically he just beat the shit out of Crossbones. He's like, I'm leaving with Crossbones. He was like, no, the fuck you not. You getting off Wakandan soil right now. He's like, but it's a terrorist attack on your country. He's like, okay, well, if it is, we will deal with it, not you. Like, well, he takes Crossbones. He's like, well, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He's like, I won't say it again. Leave. And that's when you like the Black Panther says, get the fuck up out of here. So they about to go at it. They're about to fight. He was like, and Sam's like, well, come on, bring it. I can take you, T'Challa. You like, oh, really? Okay. He was like, don't worry. We got the best health care and hospital beds.
Your ass.
And then I'm gonna whoop your ass. And so like T'Challa talking the shit the whole time. He like, don't worry, Wakanda got the best health care hospital beds in the country. I'm gonna put you right next to Crossbones when I'm done with you. And then Sam punches him. He's like, that's it. Punches him through a tree. He's like, now get in my country, Sam Wilson. And then he stands up and he's just like, why don't you take this smacks? He's like, why don't you take the suit off, make it a fair fight? He was like, even without the suit, I'm a king. I'm an Avenger. I'm the Black Panther. Just beating the shit out of Sam, just like nothing. And that's when Sam does the hootie hoo whistle, and then he does the same shit he did to Crossbones, and then he said, "Okay, T'Challa, stop calling me Sam Wilson. I am Captain America, and I can do this all day." So he says the thing, And then that's when the birds come out and start attacking T'Challa. He just started talking shit the whole time. We're gonna skip past that. Blah blah blah. T'Challa's like, get these fucking birds off me. I'm about to whoop your ass. Kicks him off a thing. He grab his foot. They fall down. Warriors falls. I'm saying it's Warriors falls. Might not. T'Challa kicks him off, and that's it. We don't see T'Challa for the rest of the book. Well, actually, we do, but that's not here nor there. Falcon catches him. Falcon just flies out of nowhere and just catches Sam before he, falls into the water. He's got his suit. He's got his shield. He's just like, did I miss anything? He's just like, yeah, I just got to fight with Black Panther. And I leave.
Oh, this is the Mexican fan.
The Mexican Falcon. Yeah. Yeah. So he just happens to be flying around Wakanda at the right time. And that's when the Wakandan, government shows up. It's like, what the hell are you doing here? I think Shuri's here. Shuri shows up too. Yeah, it's like, where's T'Challa? He left. He did something. So basically, they like, didn't we tell you not to come to our country? You're like, well, I had to because there's stuff going down in your country we had to deal with, and Shuri's like, who is this we? You're like, well, me and my government. They sent me like, oh, your government told you to come down here. Okay, we got something for that. We're gonna fix you right now. Tell you what, everybody in the country that immigrated from America to Wakanda, we are making their visas null and void. So we're not accepting any more people from America to Wakanda right now. Matter of fact, every American citizen that is on Wakanda soil right now that just came here, that migrated here, we're sending their ass back. They got 30 days. They don't say that, but basically it's just like you got 30 days to get the fuck out the country, So like, because America just think they can just do whatever they want to do. So since y'all think y'all can just bring your own agents operate on our soil, okay, take your ass back to America. So then you got Black people crying. They're like, are we leaving Wakanda? Something like that. So yeah, so that's it. And they basically tell, get your ass out of the country right now, both of you, Falcon and Falcon, and they fly, well, fine, and he's chilling with Misty Knight. He's like, man, the things didn't go the way I wanted to. I'm banned from Wakanda, even though he did save Wakanda, but they don't want to, grant him anything. Mexican Falcon don't care. Skip. And then at the end, that's when we have, by still eating his fries, he was like, oh, you ready for round 2? And it's T'Challa. T'Challa comes. He does not apologize. All he says is, I understood what you did. And if I was in charge, it wouldn't have went down the way it did. But I'm only king in name. I really don't have any power in Wakanda. you know. But at the same time, he's like, well, I still meant everything I said about you. But so and then it's when the White Wolf is basically pissed off because his plan didn't go the way he wanted to. But apparently, his country, who was Mahanda, whatever it is, his country is about to go to child. Well, anyway, he's trying to get revenge on Wakanda and Mahanda, both his countries that he grew up in. So that's the thing. So that's about, yeah. Here's my thing. I felt like they almost felt like they were trying to make Black Panther a jobber in this for Sam Wilson. And I'm like, why? Why don't you just kick the shit out of Sam Wilson, be done with it? It's Sam Wilson. Stop trying to put Sam Wilson over. He's Sam Wilson. So Mr. T'Challa, you know, that's my thing. So book was let down for me. I was let down. Not even because of a fight, because it was a fight. It shouldn't have been a fight. It should have been Black Panther just kick the shit out of him and that's it. So,
like you said, whoever the writer is.
Right. Yeah, I'm wondering. I should have did my background. I should have did a background check on the right on this. That's my bad. So yeah. All right. So what you got next?
Should I do the Sergeant Rock book?
Go for it.
I don't have an image for this either.
Shit, you want me to pull it up?
Sure.
Okay. I will do my due diligence. Okay, so I pull up Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, so Sergeant Rock versus the Evil Dead, written by Bruce Campbell. Ash from the Evil Dead. Yes.
From the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Now, before we get started, can I give a little background on Sergeant Rock? Because we just started off with a guy that we kind of, okay.
Sure.
So for those who don't know who Sergeant Rock is, let's do the thing. Okay. Oh, too big. There we go. Okay, for people who don't know who Sergeant Rock is, so Sergeant Rock is a DC character. He's been a DC character for a long time. It's been, and basically just like a bunch of army dudes. DC just want to do a book with army dudes made by Joe Kubert, old school comic book. Yeah, and that's the Easy Company right there. They was in Crisis on Infinite Earths. They've been everywhere. You know, Easy Company was in. They were in what's the name of their book? Dark Knight Metal. They were in it. It was just Sergeant Rock's head, but he was still there.
They made a reference to him. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
So he was there. Now, here's the thing. The reason we want to talk about Sergeant Rock because Marvel liked that guy so much that Stan Lee actually ripped off Sergeant Rock and Easy Company. They ripped them off with Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commando. So, yes, Nick Fury is a ripoff of Sergeant Rock. So, and the Howling Commando is a ripoff of Easy Company. But, of course, Marvel in the 60s got bored. James Bond got popular, so they decided to turn Nick Fury into James Bond. Yes. Oh, and yes, Nick Fury is white. So yes. So that's all I gotta say about Easy Company. So yeah. Eli, take it away, and whatever you want to do with it, we'll go with it.
So yeah, this is basically, it starts out where Hitler is desperate because he's losing the war. So he has this thing called the regeneration plan or the regeneration order or whatever. And I think Hitler is a zombie now because he rips off some dude's head.
I think Hitler ripped his head off because he knew he could bring him back anyway.
Yeah.
But Hitler might be a zombie. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So
regeneration plan, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then like throughout the war, soldiers are reporting that they're fighting these undead soldiers. So there's like a scene where these soldiers are shooting zombies and they're like not dying. And then we cut to Sergeant Rock basically getting the orders, right? They get, hey, you've been called to deal with some fucked up shit's happening. So we need you and the boys to go check it out. Then we cut to the experiment. Oh, the Allies are kind of getting they're kind of wise to what the Nazis are doing. They're saying, yeah, that the Nazis are basically collecting dead bodies and trying to bring them back to life. You know, and then there's like a scene where they got like a dead Nazi soldier.
They captured one.
That they captured one. Yeah. Then we cut to the Hitler's scientists working on making the Nazi zombie soldiers. All that. And then we get to I'm basically doing what you're doing.
Cool.
Yeah. Then we get to like the briefing room and Sergeant Rock and the Howling Command or whatever they're called, Easy Company. They're getting their orders like, okay, we got to go take this facility is basically the zombie factory. You got to go blow that shit up. And they're like, all right, you know. And oh yeah, they get some night vision goggles. It's like this will make you see at night.
Yeah.
So
Something and walkie-talkies.
And walkie-talkies, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go to like, yeah, so they also have like a zombie in a cage, you know. And like, so this is what you're going up against. And they let the zombie out, and the zombie just starts attacking everybody and fucking everybody up. And they like they shoot him, this fucking shooting the shit out of it. And finally they blow his head off and it dies. And they're like, damn, it took all of us just to kill that one, and there's a whole army. Damn, we're fucked, basically. Fubar, you know. You know. Then we cut back to the ward, the regeneration ward, and yeah, they're basically making zombies, you know. And that's kind of it. That's where that's to be continued.
And they show this last zombie at the end. I don't know if his zombie is supposed to be of significance or it's just a zombie.
Is that the guy that? Or no, maybe it's not.
Because that guy had his head ripped off.
Is that the guy who got his head ripped off? Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know because he had a head wound, but he got his. I don't know. Yeah. It may be. Yeah, it may be that guy. I don't know.
It just because they're getting word. Yeah, they you know, during the briefing room, they're explaining that the Nazis have been digging up mass graves of soldiers and collecting all these corpses. So then it just shows at the end that they're like basically bringing a corpse back to life, you know.
Yeah. So maybe it's just a corpse, or maybe it's supposed to be a significant corpse.
Yeah.
That we'll know later on, you know.
Yeah, but the regeneration dead soldiers and bringing them back to life, and yeah. I thought it was okay. I thought there was a lot of exposition. You know, it was kind of it didn't have the you know, I was expecting more, I guess. You know, it didn't have enough action maybe. But it was all set up. And maybe that's just, you know, I don't know, has Bruce Campbell ever written a comic before? I don't know.
I thought you reviewed one of his comics on here before.
I don't know if he's written one. I know he's been in like, you know, Ash has been in comics and stuff. But I don't know if he's ever, maybe. I don't know. I have to look that up. But I don't know. It just seemed like it was a lot of exposition, you know, kind of just setting up everything, you know, and just little glimpses of the, you know, what of horror and action. Mm-hmm. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5. You know, I'll you know, I think the art was cool. You know, there's always a, you know, the Nazis getting into the occult and monsters is always a kind of a cool genre.
Right. Because if they're bad guys, you can do whatever you want to with them and you can't feel bad about it. So.
You know, Hellboy and all that shit, and, you know, Nazi werewolves, Nazi zombies, Nazi vampires.
That video game Wolfenstein, where they had like a Frankenstein zombie Hitler.
It's a cool subgenre. Nazis fucking around with the occult and doing weird things with monsters. That's always a fun genre. And so I'll probably stick with it for now. You know, but this first issue wasn't feeling it too much. 3 out of 5.
So maybe the second one to get you. Maybe the second one to get you. You know, you never know. Okay. All right. So next book I'm going to do is Action Comics. I'm doing a Superman book again.
Oh, I hear he's back.
Yes, Kal-El. Kal-El is back. Yeah. So this is actually the first part of that arc. So all that World shit is done. Well, not done. It's still some more shit going on, but he's back on terra firma, back on Earth. So yeah. Okay. Boom. Let's get to it. Let's just go right to the story. The book starts off in Stryker's Island. The Stryker's Island is basically where Metropolis keeps all of their supervillains. Like Gotham has Arkham, Metropolis has Stryker's Island, you know. And this lady is talking to this robot. And she says his sister, she calls the robot Johnny. She like, I haven't seen in a while. How they treating you? You know, I wish, you know, it wouldn't have gone down the way it did. I'm going to keep checking on you because if they knew what you were, they wouldn't treat you like this. The robot can't respond. Instead, he removed the robot's voice box, but he could talk to it. He's like, is anything I can do? And he just whispers, you know, he just texts back, no, nothing I can do. So who is this robot? We will find out later on. Until then, Superman is back because World has entered Earth's atmosphere. And of course, Superman is taking over. Week later, Superman's doing Superman shit. Some people are joyriding a tank. He grabs them, stops them, you know. They blast the car flies over the bridge. Superman catches the car, takes over, and then basically the kid says, "Thank you, Superman. You want to take my flash dog?" He's like, "No, but what you can do for me is keep wearing your seatbelt because that saved your life, not me." Superman doing Superman shit. You like the old corny shit. And he flies off. Goes to the United Nation, and they're basically talking about that whole world shit that's going on right now. So Superman has brought world into Earth's orbit, and they have a problem with that. They're like, "Why are you bringing a bunch of killers into our orbit?" And this is about to sound relevant in a second. Basically, and then that's when Superman shows up, and he's got the Superman family. He's got John, he's got Supergirl, he's got Connell, Superboy, the Steels. Basically they're talking to the United Nations. And basically talk to him. He's just like, "Look, I understand y'all have an issue with World. I just want you to give World, and they're a bunch of refugees. They're a bunch of immigrants. Mongols stole them from all over the universe and brought them here, and I'm trying to get them back to their home. But until then, they have no homes. That's why I brought them here. And I just want you all to trust them as much as you trust me." And basically, the ambassador says, "Yeah, Superman, we don't trust you. We only do what you say because we're scared what happens if we don't." You're like, "Oh, that's messed up," So, but basically, just saying, Superman's basically saying, "Look, I understand you don't trust World, and you may not even trust me, but World might have technology on their planet that can help out our planet. We can help each other, and some of them want to live here." Oh, and Superman brought 2 kids back too to live with him. So yeah. So basically, saying this whole, "Look, I understand the planet has immigrations all over in certain nations, but we can deal with this one immigration planet." So it's a whole immigration metaphor they're doing right there. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor, just pissed off seeing this shit the whole time. He's like, "Man, fuck this. I'm about to go find out what the hell's going on." So he uploads his brain into one of his war suits, and he flies to World himself to find exactly what's going on. Since it's close enough, he just fly there, So he goes there, and he sets foot on it, and he sees basically everybody on World worship Superman. They got flags up to him, they got tributes to him, stuff like that. And Superman and Lex Luthor's like, "Oh, this is the most ghetto shit I ever seen in my life." Walks around, people just worshiping Superman. He's like, "See, this is what Earth would look like right now if it wasn't for me. I'm here to save Earth." So he got basically he's looking for something that can help him kill Superman, because he's been monitoring Superman's whole adventure on World, and he realized something called an orphan box. If he gets his hands on it, it's what he needs, and he needs to give it to another person to help him out. So yeah, so let's keep going past that. Superman's telling Lois about his 2 kids, and she's happy with it. She's like, "Yeah, kids can stay." Plus, since John's older now, we need more kids in the house anyway. So, and they bang in the sky. So yeah, that's what they do. All right, back to that robot. Lex Luthor shows up in the robot. He's like, "John Corbin, long time no see." So now we know who the robot is. You know who John Corbin is? John Corbin is Metallo. So it's been Metallo the whole time. He's been broken down, and the whole time Metallo's just typing in, "Get out, get out, get out, get out. I want nothing to do with you." But Lex Luthor just leaves him that orphan box. He was like, "You take this, and you can do a lot of stuff you couldn't do before." And that's it. Some more shit. I don't care. But yeah, that's Superman's story. So as far as the first arc, it lays down the groundwork, lays down the foundation. Superman's back on Earth. World is floating around. We got an immigration metaphor going on. So I'm digging it so far.
Art's pretty cool.
The art is really cool. That's another thing I like. I gave it a high score on that for the art. So yeah.
Is that the
so
guy
long as you get their
did
artists, I'm on board. Yeah.
What's that dude's name? The guy who did, was it Batman Damned, the Black Label book or whatever?
Yeah, like that photorealistic. I can't remember the guy's name, but I know what you're talking about. It wasn't that guy, but it does similar kind of look like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
Mm-hmm. So, damn. Well, I'm booked out now that you took Sergeant Rock from me.
Oh. Well, I will do the Roadie, I guess.
Okay.
Shang-Chi. There's that Shang-Chi image that I missed.
The one you were looking for. Okay.
There you go. There you guys get to see that one. So this is the Roadie, Tim Seeley's new book. It's basically about this Roadie guy who worked for like a heavy metal band or a glam metal band back in the early 80s. And basically some demon comes and says that his daughter is basically connected to Satan somehow, and he's got to go get her or something like that. A little convoluted, not sure what was going on. And I think that's my main gripe is he sets the tone. It's it starts out in the early 80s during the Satanic Panic. This band somehow plays these songs and it brings about demons or something, like while they're on stage or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But then it cuts to the present and the band, they're all washed up musicians now. He's a washed up roadie working in a dive bar and shit. And then some demon comes and tells her that he's got a daughter who is, basically a witch or something like that. I think that's what's going on. And he's got to go get her or save her or something like that. The book description says that he's a demon slayer, but I didn't get any of that from from this first
maybe he's
issue.
going to become a demon slayer.
He's going to become a demon slayer or a warlock or something like that. Not sure. It did make a bunch of references to metal. If you're into metal, it does make a lot of references to metal bands and metal songs. Robert Johnson, he's into Robert Johnson, who, the blues musician who, legend has it he made a deal with the devil. He sold the devil at the crossroads, so there's references to that. But this seemed a little jam-packed with a lot of expositions, and I like the idea. I like the concept, but it was just kind of jumbled, this first issue. So basically from here going on, maybe the action will pick up. Maybe the story will find its focus in the next issue. But this seemed a little jumbled. I mean, I get that he's trying to, tap into the whole satanic panic of the 80s. We had Stranger Things did the same thing with Eddie's character. And, back then, these like the moral majority, these right-wing Christian fanatics were kind of attacking, music and movies and books and, kind of everything was influencing kids. And basically there's like satanic cults were that was a big scare back then, back in the 80s. Satanic cults were on the rise. And metal music in particular was a gateway to that. So they're kind of tapping into that, that concept. A little corny in my opinion, a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I thought this could be cool, but this first issue, again, wasn't feeling this first issue. I don't know. What about the issue ones this week?
Right, you're supposed to come out swinging,
Yeah, but I'll give. Haven't lost me yet. I'll see this. I'll check it out the next issue and see what's going on. But yeah, he kind of looks like Lemmy from Motorhead. This guy. But I didn't see any demon slaying yet. So, so 3 out of 5.
Let's see, did they come out with a Predator comic?
Yeah, I reviewed the first one like last month.
Yeah. We're on the Predator comic.
Yeah.
Well,
And it was cool. It was cool. That first issue was cool. They came out the gate swinging.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of like the Easy Rock, not Easy Rock. Damn, that's a rapper. Sergeant Rock and the Easy Company. That sound like a 70s band.
It wasn't bad.
I kind of like it. I kind of liked it. Yeah, it was slower. It was slow burn. But I was like, okay, it's building up to it. It's laying the foundation.
It was a little light. That's all.
Yeah. So, anything else you got? Or?
What did I say? Oh, that Blood Oath.
Blood Oath. Yo, was that one of those Comixology Unlimited?
Yeah, this is that free. If you got Comixology, you can read this for free. This is basically the Prohibition, gangsters running liquor in Prohibition. The vampire mafia running illegal booze back into Prohibition. That's basically what this book is about. This woman who's been like smuggling hooch on her farm gets attacked by the vampire mob. They steal her hooch, kill her whole crew, and then kidnap her sister in the first issue. So now she's like trying to search for her sister in this one. Going around asking around about her. And now they introduce a nun, some nun who knows what's going on, who's kind of on the trail too. She's some sort of badass nun who can whoop ass, and she kicks ass for the Lord. And she's, I guess, a vampire hunter, a nun vampire hunter.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, kind of cool, kind of fun, and it's free on Comixology.
It's free, so I should get caught up on that. So yeah.
Yeah. So again, 3 out of 5, just fun, campy vampire tale. You know, vampire in the mob, vampire mafia. You know, vampire gangsters. So kind of cool. So yeah, and I'm booked out.
Okay. Like I said, we made good time on that. When it was another movie review I was gonna do, but I'm not gonna do it this week. I may do it next week, or I may forget about it. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have some big video game news for you next week. Everybody want to tune in for that. We're going to do Werewolf by Night next week, and we'll do a real horror movie also. We'll see what happens. Oh man. But everybody appreciate you jumping in. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, share the link out, follow, let everybody know. We're gonna come back next week, have some more stuff on it. We might have Eli do another Geek Sav intro next week. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I did.
I didn't count that, but I did.
I brought back the old Geek Sav.
Oh yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lined in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.